Hey everybody, real quick, just want to jump on here real quick and give somebody, a message of hope. Y'all, this weekend in our men's group, we had a men's breakfast on Saturday, and we talked a lot about joy, the joy of the Lord. And I think so many of us in this past year, things have been difficult, no matter what it is we're going through. And we feel like, our joy's escaped us, our joy has left us. And we were encouraged by just everyone sharing testimonies and just, like, uh, that the Lord is restoring our joy, and that the joy of the Lord, our strength comes from the joy of the Lord. And one of the guys was sharing about just how crossing the bay and crossing the waters, every day, and how they're really choppy and rough, and this particular day he crossed it and it was just perfectly smooth, and how encouraging that was to him. That just like, they let him know, hey, I got this. I got you. God is over us. He's over our problems. He's over our fears. He's over anything that may be going on in our life, and he wants us to be still. When the disciples were on the boat and they were fearful and they were just going through the storm, and Jesus was asleep, and he came to them and he calmed the waters, peace, be still. And, God wants to let you know that, he's here to calm your storm. We got to persevere through these trials and through these things that we may be going through. Our trials are going to come. None of us are promised a smooth, peaceful, easy-going life, but God wants to be there for us in everything that we do, and he is there for us, and we sang a song this morning, in church, is like, you are my everything, and it's like, that's the message. Are you really his everything? When we sing, you are my everything, and he's singing back to us saying he loves us so much, and he's saying, you are my everything. Your child, if you have children, that feeling, that love, that nothing can replace it, the love that you have for your child. And the same goes for God. He loves you so much that if you belong to him and you trust in him, you are his child, and he loves you so much that he won't let you go. He's going to let you go through the suffering. These things come, these things happen, but he will see you through that, and he will calm that storm, and he will make the waters still. As long as you keep your eyes on him, trust in Jesus, follow him, stay true, stay close to him, get in the word, pray to him without ceasing. Everywhere you go, man, talk with him, have a conversation. He's there, he's in us, he dwells in us. Are you going to make a tabernacle for him to come and dwell? He wants to reside in you. Let him have his way. Love y'all.